This is part 6 of our series, King Leopold's Ghost. Do watch the previous parts for the full story. We also post the full-length videos on our YouTube channel. For years, King Leopold's Holocaust in the Congo was a perfect crime, hidden from the world by a wall of propaganda and thousands of miles of jungle. The screams of his victims were silent, but the truth has a way of leaking out, not in a loud explosion, but in quiet, simple numbers on a piece of paper. And the first person to read those numbers was not a diplomat or a spy, but a humble shipping clerk in Liverpool, England. His name was Edmund Morel. He was a young, hard-working man with a sharp mind and a strong moral compass. His job was to manage the shipping logs for a major British company that had a contract to handle all the cargo moving between Leopold's Congo and the port of Antwerp in Belgium. Day after day, he processed the manifests, and he began to notice a strange and disturbing pattern. He saw the records of the ships arriving from the Congo. They were filled to the brim with immensely valuable cargo, tons of raw red rubber and precious ivory. A river of wealth was flowing out of Africa and into Leopold's pockets. Then he checked the logs for the ships going back to the Congo, and he found nothing. There were no commercial goods, no textiles, no machinery, no payment of any kind. The ships were sailing back to Africa loaded with only 3 things: soldiers, officers, and vast quantities of firearms and ammunition. Morel was not a politician, but he understood basic economics. This was not trade. Trade is a two-way street. This was a one-way street. This was theft. He realized with a cold horror that the people of the Congo were not being paid for their rubber. They were being forced to produce it at gunpoint. He famously wrote, "I was face to face with a secret society of murderers with a king for a crony." In that moment, he faced a choice. He could stay silent, keep his well-paying job, and live with this terrible knowledge, or he could risk everything to expose it. He chose to risk everything. Edmund Morel quit his job and dedicated his life to becoming the voice for the voiceless people of the Congo. He became one of history's greatest whistleblowers. But he was just one man with a set of shipping logs. To fight a king, he would need undeniable proof from inside the Congo itself. And that proof was about to come from an official source that Leopold could not ignore. To learn about the Irish diplomat whose journey into the heart of the Congo would expose the full horror to the world, follow for part 7, and subscribe to History and Beyond.